Alright guys, BLM here, back in our live stream, really fucking late because my fucking audio settings got fucked and I had to waste like 30 minutes doing that and then it started working again for no fucking reasons. That was fantastic. Um, but yeah, generally, it happens every fucking time I do a Windows update. It's like next time I open OBS, it just doesn't fucking work. Okay, like to tell the full story, like so, like it works, it just doesn't go through desktop audio for some reason. Like the Elgato works, the mic works, but then I just don't hear it back. Um, so I just like changed a billion fucking settings until it eventually worked, and that took 30 minutes. So there we go. Um, yeah, obviously, recipes Tyler. That was just really depressing. I did not even see that until like literally right before I was about to start stream, like 30 minutes ago. Um, but yeah, that's just yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. I have no words. I mean, generally. Um. Okay. Cool. Shut up, me. Um. Yeah, Tyler Duckworth, right, passed away. Not known how just yet. Um, although invested Julie is now. Sure. So I haven't watched the episode yet. Obviously, I know the result. But the one thing I did see was Julie calling out Barrett for like flirting with Mallory or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I say Keanu whooped Brad's ass. Yes, I did. Yeah, Power Rangers reboot has been canceled, which that's fine to me. I don't care either way. Um, but yeah, obviously Rip Tyler. Um, in terms of Big Brother, I mean, we're kind of in the spot where we're waiting for the HOH result. Um, it's funny that like Chuck goes home, but like this is probably the most boring way for Chuck to go home because like Chuck was going home either way. Like the vote flipped to where he was going home, but like now we don't get the blowback from it. So, eh. um, caught with challenge 42 and it sucks. Yeah, it's not great. It's fine. Like I don't know. It's like I've been saying this for like yeah every time I talk about it, is that like it feels like on paper it could be good, but it's not being like edited in a way that makes it actually like yeah it's like the editing's just like so all over the place, like where the events are good but like the way it's being portrayed isn't good. Watch Australian Survivor. Here's Villains episode 7 today. It's the top 3 Survivor episode. Yeah, it's very good. Need Barrett and Lala to go home. I wouldn't be that upset at that. I was wondering why they weren't angry at Haley won Blockbuster. Yeah. Yeah, the vote flipped again. Like literally, D just did the exact same thing as last week. Yeah, Taylor and Lala didn't know. To where yeah, it was meant to be blindsiding them for some reason. Oh, did Taylor know? I thought Taylor didn't know. But is it just Lala then? Is Taylor going home? I don't think it's looking great, but it's not definitive that she's going home. Oh, they told her when feet's cut. Then why blindside at all? I guess it wouldn't. Like, is the plan just for it to not be a blindside by the end? But also, like, what's funny is that like this isn't even the right move from D. Like Haley actually wants to target, at least at the time of before the eviction and everything. Haley wanted to target D. Where I mean, to be fair, I don't know what the fuck Chuck's doing, but also it's fucking Chuck. Um, Do I not know what happened on HRS Lockdown? I don't. I haven't been following too closely. I think G's just bored, kind of. Yeah. I only know Thog. I think everyone only knows Thog. But yeah, I'm not all caught up on Big Brother entirely. I just know the result of the vote and that it was a last second flip again. Oh, I have seen that. I have seen the clip of Haley winning, and there's some random guy in the audience that people thought was Chuck that was like screaming at the top of his lungs for some reason. And now Haley thinks she's the fan favorite because of it. So good on Haley. I generally really wonder what it's like living like Haley. Like, it's pretty crazy to be that delusional. Because, like, I know it's been said that, like, from people that know her outside the show, that supposedly that is just her outside the show also. So it's like, how? Like, generally how? She's Angelina, but not funny and charming. Yeah, and, like, at least Angelina is, like, self-aware after the fact, right? It's like, there's moments where Angelina will be that, but then, like, after, she'll be like, oh, yeah, that was stupid. Like, I was dumb for doing that. But, like, Haley just isn't. Like, Haley just doubles down on it. Their entries locked on something happened between Haley and Lala regarding Angela being friends with them. Entire house is against Lala and thinks she bullied Haley. Wait, they think that now? The only person still on Lala's side. Taylor's pushing for Haley to stay hard after lockdown. That's pretty crazy. We'll get the player ranking done tonight. Likely no, but I'll try. Which I think I might as well start on the actual player ranking. Or doing the preamble for it, at least. Melody and Mallory apologized to Haley because they felt bad about how Lala treated her in lockdown. That's pretty crazy. That, like, so really perception shifted that quickly? Like, how bad was Lala then? Anyway. Okay. Player ranking. This is, actually, I didn't check comments. I don't think there's anything. But I didn't check. I guess I'll double check. Okay, wrong channel. This one. Then again, comments are pretty relevant anyway for this. Because, essentially, the sum of it is I'm starting over with this last phase. To a degree. Or not last phase, with this from last stream. I just feel like I'm better off just starting from the bottom again, moving up. Again, like everything we did the stream before that, I'm still perfectly fine with. I think what we did last stream, I agree with some of it on paper, though. I think, again, I just got too convoluted in things. I think it's a spot where, like, yeah, I just need to fucking settle with what I have. I don't need to fucking spend, like, 30 minutes thinking about, oh, is Marissa Peterson the fourth worst player of all time? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. So I think what I'm going to try to do a bit more here is just stick with what we previously had, just rearranging the tiers. Again, I like to say that I will try to do that, and then I don't, but I feel like I'm just going to start over from yesterday and see how it works out. I do still have the list that we made yesterday here, to where I'll probably still use, like, I'll probably still look at that. But yeah, I think for the most part, I'm going to start from the bottom again. Am I sad my side daddy is gone? Yes. Actually, no. Generally, I think this is the best outcome. I wish it was a spot where Barrett won Blockbuster and then they were forced to keep Chuck over Haley and, like, expose them. Well, I guess it wasn't really exposing themselves by that point, but either way. I feel like Adam Gentry should at least be better. Should at least be above Brett Closer. I don't. Like, I really don't. What do I have on the list? I generally don't even know what I have on the list. I assume that means Brett is higher, but like, I think gut instinct. I think Brett's a lot better than Adam Gentry. Yeah, it's like a 40-person gap. I think that's fine. Did Barrett throw the comp? I don't know why he would. Like, that'd be pretty dumb of him to do, but if he did, then sure. Yes. No, Haley wasn't the target. Chuck was going home no matter what. Yeah, I heard that Barrett did well at the beginning, and then he kind of choked it at the end. But also, it would be really dumb for him to throw it, but whatever, I guess. Okay, bottom, I'm keeping the same as what we did yesterday. Kel, John Raymond, then Carolina. Again, I feel fine with that. Where's Kel in this? Where again, the intention tonight, like with this, is just to stay consistent with utilizing these tiers more so than trying to jump around people left and right like I did before. When audience members made it, yeah, I know, which is pretty crazy. He would have won without the double tribal. I don't know if I could say that. Like, how does Adam win without the double tribal? Made the move. I agree with the move to take out Penner. I think that's good. I don't agree that he would have won without the double tribal, and even within that, I don't think he's that good of a player. I think Brett's a better player than Adam. Like, even in the spot that Adam was at, it's like, again, like, people didn't respect Adam. Like, maybe he could have won a jury vote in some way, but like, it's not like people respected Adam. People generally loved Brett. And he still got the 4. Fucked up when he had a majority. So did Adam. He lost fucking Penner. Anyway, I think I'm going with this, and then I think I'm gonna keep Marissa where she is, or like where she. I'm gonna keep Marissa where she is on this list, not move her down. I think it's better just to stay consistent with what we had previously. That way, I'm not again moving people around left and right. And also, it's not even like a thing I feel that strongly about. It's like, again, I think with Marissa, it's like, yeah, her calling out Brad Culpepper is really bad, but it's also like it's not. I don't know, it's a spot where like she probably didn't have much of a chance anyway. Like, I think there were a lot of factors like going against her to begin with, but also, yeah, she did play that really dumb. Wait, we got Michelle, Jeremy. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to move these tiers too. So yeah, I think we'll keep with that just without Marissa there. Let's actually do it this way. So do Michelle, Jeremy, Billy Garcia, Candace. Actually, I shouldn't be deleting that. I just realized. Wait, okay, let's do. Because I just realized that I haven't copied it. I should probably leave a copy of this just in case. Actually, no, fuck it. Let's do. Okay, let's just undo all this and just create a backup of it just in case something goes seriously wrong and I decide to fucking start over again. Yeah, move Carolina down. Do these here. Candace is gone. John, Raymond, Carolina are gone. Kel is gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Go. Brett would have lost if his group got the 4. So would Adam. Like, I guess like if it's an Adam Parvati Candace final 3, I don't think Adam's winning that. Like, if anything, for all we know, if Brett is able to, like, if Laura if we're saying that the Dave Ball situation's real, if Laura loses fire making, for all we know, Brett does beat Dave Ball and Kelly Charball. Yeah, I know season was supposed to have a final 2, but it didn't, did it? And also, again, it's not like that was if it was an intentional thing from Adam of being like, you know what, I can drag Candace to the end and beat Candace at the end. It's like, it's not. Like, it's like he just stumbles his way into a win if that is his win. And in the real life situation, he's nowhere close to winning the game. At least Brett in the real life situation is literally one immunity win from winning the game in unanimous fashion. Let's see, it's these, that. Where the fuck is Billy? There he is. Dude, okay, cool. There. And Candace there. Yeah, I saw Chuck did poorly in the challenge, which makes sense. It's funny how, like, Chuck did really well at that one comp at the beginning of the season. Ever since then, he's been, like, kind of shit. But that's fine. Again, at least we don't have to think about Chuck ever again. What am I going to do with no Chuck time in my life? That's going to be very depressing. Who's the last person? Candace. Okay. It's those and then Billy Garcia. More likely to return at Matt Williams or Chuck. I mean, you're getting your way this time. I mean, Chuck's like, generally Chuck is like an ironically funny character, right? Like, I do think there are certain things about Chuck that end up being funny just because, like, it's Chuck. But, like, he's not good himself. Yeah, I can't believe we didn't get to see World War Big Brother. What a travesty. I was so excited. I think we'll go BB. Wait, what is it? BB, Wendy, Wanda, right? Is that what it is? Where should I have Marissa, though? So I had her with Abraham there. Should I just keep her with Abraham, then? No, HOH is happening right now. Yeah, I just assumed production in general didn't like Chuck. Chuck or Zach? Or fuck, Zach. Actually, we want to do that real quick. We can rank Chuck. Okay, how did I scroll down that far? Where would I have Chuck, like, color-wise? I guess orange. He was in the Majority Alliance for a while, but, like, I feel like my instinct would be, like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the edge. Like, he's, like, either orange or red. What do I want to go with them? Generally, it's like, I think gut instinct, like, I feel like Zay is better. Like, I don't know if I'm actually going to go through with that, but, like, Chuck had less confessionals than Ashley until this week. That sounds about right. But that's because it wasn't Chuck time yet. Now it's Chuck time. Chuck and Red. I don't think that's that terrible of a comparison. Oh, okay. Maybe I will go Red for Chuck then. Chuck or Catherine? I feel Catherine. Like, Chuck ultimately just kind of sucks. Like, he was in the majority group, but he does nothing within it. Like, Kamu flips on him. He was going to be voted out over Haley. Red was never in a real alliance. He was in the Professors. Like, I think that's as real as the fucking tool shed. Yeah, I generally don't feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like moving him up. How Chuck get cast? He had a cowboy hat. That's something. I think he's definitely worse than, like, Jeff Weldon and, like, this level. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think having him with Red, I think that feels okay to me. Is he the lowest 28 player? Which, if he is, then that's probably not right. Oh, no, he's okay. Yeah, Ashley and okay, that's fine then. Yeah, I think that's fine. Lyric at 214, Rome at 230, then Chuck at 290, Ashley at 300, and Jason at 311. I think that's fine. I feel alright about that. Chuck's better than Jason. But Chuck does suck, though. Okay. Yeah, so right now, I think I'm definitely going these. The question is, do I go all in on having Deb as well? I feel like these three next is perfectly fine. Maybe I do go Deb also, just to be consistent with the list I had previously. Does that make... Yeah, so Deb's outside the bottom 10, which I feel okay about that. Like, yesterday, I did have Deb with, like, Abraham. They were trying to give him advice, and he was just not listening at all. Yeah, because it's Chuck. Again, Chuck's a player that I generally did feel like there was potential, like, in the last couple of weeks. Like, it's just a spot where he didn't face adversity yet, and I was feeling like, okay, if he faces adversity, I feel like he can turn it up, and then instead he just did the opposite. He just fucking moped around and didn't really even try to stay that much. So it's like, yeah, he just sucks. Don't think Chuck would be Marcel's 2.0. Like, Chuck was literally talking with Haley about, like, not using the veto on himself. Which I don't know if he would fall through that by the end. I doubt it, but, like, still, I don't think it's insane to think that he would do the same thing as Zach. Feed's back already? That was very quick. Oh, no, that wasn't. No, it was an hour. It was... Oh, yeah, that was almost 2 hours. let's see. What do we got here? Yosh HOH? Interesting. I don't, yeah, I don't love that. Yeah, I think FAP's gonna be the target this week. Angela going up? Is Angela going up? I don't know. Like, so, like, obviously, like, with Yash, it's like there's two different paths you could take. You could take targeting FAP, you could take targeting the icons. Or you could take targeting Haley again, generally. I guess that's, like, still an option, right? Yeah, Camus is definitely safe. Devins is likely safe, though. Again, if Yash wants to take a shot, I guess he could take a shot at Devins, but I would not expect it. Like, I think he's more likely to target D of the icons. Yeah, I see it now. Yash, new HOH. Which, yeah, like, I mean, what are noms? It's probably like Haley, Drew, Angela. Are we thinking Angela? I don't know. I feel like Angela. Yeah, it's good for Taylor. Definitely good for Taylor. Good for Taylor. Good for Camus, especially. Generally, I think Camus benefits the most from this. Which, thank God, we're headed for a fucking Camus win. Would Devins use the Diamond Power Veto on Angela? He might. I don't know. I feel less confident about that now than what I did a few weeks ago. But it's not impossible. Like, he only has 2 more weeks to use it, right? Like, he's running out of time. So, like, I don't know. Maybe. Could make a pretty big move with it. Problem is, what move would he make? Probably wouldn't make a good move. I don't think he nominates all the icons, especially. Again, I would suspect he is either going to target Haley or he's going to target someone in FAP. Maybe if, like, Vito gets played a certain way and everything, maybe at that point he decides to, like, maybe backdoor D or something. But yeah, I would not expect that to be his initial plan. Could be a boring Melody boot. It's not possible. Like, could be like Haley Drew Melody, with Melody being a pawn initially, but then everything goes wrong. Match if Lala goes home. I think if anything, Taylor could go home this week through the Diamond Power Veto. Or maybe Devin says, I don't know. It just feels like Lala is such a waste. Like, I don't know if Devins is, like, gonna make this big move with the, like, Diamond Power Veto and then put up Lala. Like, oh yeah, this is definitely good for. This is, again, I think this is best for Camus. I mean, like, actually, this is very good for Yash, but, like, outside of Yash, this is probably best for Camus. Yeah, like, Devins is gonna want to make a big, like, flashy move with it. I would love to see him do, like, take out Camus with it. I wouldn't expect it, though. Yeah, thank God I drafted Yash. Again, I'm going to get the winner one way. So, again, that means Yash or Devins winning the season confirmed. Wait, episode's just not about the air where I'm from? Hate the Diamond Power Veto. I don't love it, especially in this, like, season. But, I do think it'll be interesting to see what Devin ultimately does with it, because I can't imagine where he doesn't, like, he's definitely gonna play it, right? Like, even if next week he's like, even if he's like fucking HOH next week, I feel like he's gonna play it. Like, I actually, will Devins throw HOH next week just so he can play the Diamond Power Veto in a flashy way? I think next week, right, is the final week. Like, hasn't it been 5 weeks already? Yeah, this is week 5. Because he had it week 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the, yeah, this is the 5th week. So next week would be the 6th. So, oh wait, he got it week 3. Yeah, he got it week 3. Damn it, dude. He still has 2 more weeks of this. Well, 3. I think we're including this week. God damn it. Yeah. Well, that kind of sucks. To be fair, I think that makes it a lot less likely that he would use it on someone like an Angela then. But no. Either. Where am I at with this? We'll do. I might just do Deb. Yeah, I think, again, just to stay consistent. And it's not like I have anything really good to say about Deb anyway. I think I'll put Deb here as well. Are they going to force him to use it? No. But he's just going to use it. They don't need to force him to use it. And then we have... Why is my key... What the fuck? How'd my keyboard get... Okay, yeah, whatever. Wanda... There. This one is BB, Deb, Wendy Jo, and Wanda. This one is BB, Wendy Jo, Deb, and Wanda. Which, the fact that Semhar is left is also something to consider. Can Barrett please go? I mean, it's not impossible. Yeah, I wonder what Yash is going to do with Drew, because it's actually kind of interesting in the sense that he has more of like a relationship with Drew than Barrett, right? But also he just like doesn't trust Drew anymore. What the fuck is that? Just left teenage sex and death at Camp Miyazama? Miyazama? What the fuck is that? Like, obviously I'm assuming that's a movie, but like, still, what the fuck is that? Like what kind of movie is that? Haley's definitely winning Time Capsule. We've seen, again, she's getting such a great edit. Sweets Theater gonna be really boring or really entertaining. I would lean more boring, but I thought that for a few other weeks that weren't all entirely boring. I know of hacks. But yeah, if I was American, I would vote for Haley for Time Capsule. Who wouldn't? Can't be horror movie? Okay. House legit thinks Haley will win, yeah. Which is pretty crazy. They won't even see the blow up until like after the vote's done. I mean, the vote isn't the vote already done for Time Capsule? I like that Yash is excelling at booth comps. Yeah, was it a booth comp? Yeah, Yash was also at the end of the last one too, right? So yeah, good for Yash. Was it knockout? I assume it wasn't knockout then, right? It would be kind of easy to know if it was knockout. Yeah, Kamun and Yash are the best booth competitors, clearly. Taylor going up on a Yash HOH is so sickening. I mean, it's not impossible. Okay, what do I want to do here? So I think I will go with this. Okay, yep, that's definitely what I meant to do. Then again, this is kind of where the Marissa thing feels weird. June's Yash and Dan comparison. Sure, I'm sure Yash is Dan Giesling 2.0. Hold this funeral. Can't wait. Oh, by the way, there were new polls that came out today, right? Favorite alliance, favorite line, and what was the other one? I'm generally forget what the favorite moment. Those were what the three were, right? Which some of the options for them are really bad. Berg Boys is my favorite alliance, best alliance of all time. I didn't even know the favorite winner thing was a vote until after it was already done. Dan won that though, right? Yeah, White Locust got nominated for best moment in Big Brother history. Also, why was there so much BB5? I love BB5, and those would probably be moments amongst my favorites. But also, why did CBS decide on that? Like that's pretty crazy. To get 3 BB5 moments on the list. Something about someone from Challenge 42 might imply a spoiler, or a spoiler for what? Like for Challenge? Like, don't we already know the spoilers? What was this? Like, okay. I don't know. I mean, they're giving him a really good edit, so it's like, it's not that shocking. Like, they're clearly not opposed to bring back controversial people or controversial things. How should you know the most voted best to never win? That's just who casuals would vote best to never win. I mean, oh, they got HOH was Y2K themed. I guess it makes sense why Yash won. Yeah, rest in peace, Tyler, obviously. Yeah, so I think I'll fall through with this. What was it? Willard. Then Jacob and Yasmin. Willard. And then Jacob and Yasmin. Yeah, I did see that too. Devins got a haircut from Yash, which, thank God. I mean, Yash is known for giving really good haircuts, so at least that's a thing. Okay. So I think this is a point where, do I go for the Shannon Drew at all, or do I go for, maybe I still do go for the Shannon Drew duo. Yeah, I think maybe I still go for the Shannon Drew duo here. I feel like it's actually good play for Devins to use the Diamond Power veto. I feel like the house outside the icons comment would not respect that. No, he doesn't have, like, he doesn't actually have to use it, but it's Devins. He's going to use it. Um, like that's just not what Devins does. Is like not use advantages. Um, so yeah, it's like I would be pretty mind blown if he doesn't use it. Like even if it's to make like a really insane, terrible move, he's still gonna use it. Where the fuck are Shannon and Drew in this version? Or did I already delete them? They can't be that high, right? Okay, I must have. Okay, I delete them. Thank God. I was gonna say there's no fucking way Drew and Shannon are that high on this list. Then where's Shannon and Drew on this one? I don't think he's said who he's putting up yet. But I'm not watching feeds right now. And then Shannon and Drew. Shannon Drew are high on this version, right? Yeah. Okay. Now I think I go Marissa, Eric, at least. Like I think that's a combination that makes sense at this point. I think this is this is the kind of house that would not vote Taylor out just despite him using dime power veto. I'd love to see it, but also I very much would not expect that. Like the vets have gotten their way at like every little opportunity so far. I would not expect them to like be that upset by him using a dime power veto. Where's Abraham? Cool. Do icons even have the votes though? I think they have the influence. Like we've seen them like every fucking week be able to just flip the vote on a dime. Like they literally did it 2 weeks in a row last second. Like I think whatever they want is just gonna happen. Who I think the noms will be? I think Haley and then probably Drew. I would guess Haley, Drew, Melody. That would be my gut. Are they exposed after doing this? Like if Devins like uses the 9 power veto and puts up like Taylor, like are they exposed? It's like who are they exposed to? Just like Lala, Taylor, Yash, I guess. But like they were going after them anyway, so it's like it doesn't really do anything. Like they still have FAP. Devon's put up Kamu. I don't think so, but I would love to see it. Like that would be a big move. And for again, Devins likes big moves, so it's like maybe he would do it, but like I don't think naturally that's where his head would go. How's Yash with the vets? He's kind of anti-vet, but not willing to go after them just yet, seemingly. Like Yash, Taylor, Lala are anti-vet, but they're kind of scared to go. Like they're kind of like one. Obviously, they assume that Devins has a power, that Evans and D probably have powers, and then also, um, they still have Haley to take care of too. Which, I mean, maybe not anymore, to be fair, because yeah, Haley supposedly is going after D, and I guess going after Lala, which probably isn't great for like Yash either, but still. Um, but yeah, I would expect Haley to be the target this week. If she doesn't win anything. Now again, could the vote flip and Haley not go home by the end? Very possible, but like I would expect Yash to at least initially target Haley here. Yeah. All right. After Abraham, it's like on this version I had Simone, Semhar. On this version I have Semhar at the bottom. I think the thing about Semhar though is that I kind of associate her incorrectly. I feel like, where she probably should be closer to a theoretical ally than like no allies. So I don't know what that doesn't really boost her up that much on this though. I think it just puts her above John Lovett and Darnell. Oh my God, Yash is gonna be on the show. That's crazy. I can't wait. Can't wait to see more of Yash, my favorite player. All right. I think this is the point where I would decide how much do I factor in bad play. Because I think the options right now are Simone, Semhar, Nicole, Katrina, or it's to go with this like Christine tier. Which, like, I did go with Christina Paloma last night. For like was Comp knockout? Okay. I mean, Yash winning that does. Actually, Yash winning that's pretty impressive to a degree. I don't know. Because, like, yeah, it's like, I feel like a lot of people would have targeted Yash in knockout, right? Yeah, I ranked Chuck. I put him. Where is he? Put him at 290 or something. Yeah, below red. Chuck sucks. Only like positives the fact that he was in a majority group for a little bit, but outside that, he just kind of sucks. I feel like I do lean. But then again, these people had actual allies. These people didn't. Yeah, Wait, where are Christine and Paloma? They're with Rachel Aiko here. I think maybe that's the group I work with. I think I go Christine, Paloma, Rachel Aiko. Yeah, I think I still, yeah, I think with this list I'm still trying to factor in, like, I'm still trying to give credit to people that don't do that much actively wrong. Because I think that's the dilemma with this at this point. It's like, do I just go fully fact-based and like, okay, this person had no allies, no anything good, they're here? Or do I like add in the negative? Because if I just stay the positive, it's like this order. Or like if I add the negative, then obviously some of these people move down. And I think that probably is the way that makes most sense. Yeah, what are we doing here? So it's Christine, Paloma, and then Rachel Aiko is in that tier, I guess. Like that's another one of these that like Deb, where like I realistically probably should have changed that, but I don't care enough, and I just think it convolutes things too much at this point to move the people around left and right. I'm just gonna keep it as is. It's not a fucking big deal that Rachel Aiko is maybe like 10 spots lower than what she should be. Who the fuck cares? Imagine like all these fucking Rachel Aiko stands come out of the woodwork and be like, oh my god, like again, you're clearly racist because you put Rachel Aiko at 731. How dare you? I'm sure there are Rachel Aiko stands though, you would think, right? Like somewhere. At least from her like Playboy career or something. I have no fucking clue. Wait, Paloma there, and then Christine. And then where's Rachel? Oh, she's literally right fucking there. Yeah, I've seen the Haley fight song edit. That's so stupid. Where is it? Did I react it on stream like a few days ago? Oh yeah, Christine's like way higher on this, isn't she? Or did I already move? Wait, no, I already moved them, didn't I? I'm just being dumb. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Rachel Aiko dominated Playboy. She dominated so hard she wasn't actually in the magazine. She was just like a model for their morning show or something, right? And that's how much she dominated. Okay. On this list, I have David Sampson. Next. All the other lists, I have Simone next. And this one I have Semhar, but Semhar will probably be in the same tier as Simone. Let's see. Oh, thank God. Finally, it finally happened. This is something really stupid. So I've been talking about how like I've been betting on like a lot of random shit on eBay, in the hopes of like getting some good deals. Something I did is I accidentally bid on the same item, like same game, but like two different listings, to where I was winning on both, and I was getting very worried it was getting close to the point where like I was gonna accidentally win both. I just got outbid on one of them, so that's good. I don't have to double buy a game anymore. I saved $20 there. That's something. Then again, that probably also means I'll be outbid on the other one, but I mean, I guess it's better than wasting $40. So that's something. All right, yeah. I actually think this one is kind of close to me. But I think if we are going to demonize bad play, I do think I stick with the David Sekou Lindsay tier. I think the issue that stems from that would be, do all of these people move down then? Which I do feel like they probably do. Christine, Paloma, Rachel had allies. These players also had an ally. The Word of First Boots in their groups. Yeah, again, I'm just worried about, like... So again, like, it just feels weird. Like, so on these versions of the list, I have, like, David Sampson, Sekou, Lindsay, so far away from, like, a Liz Kim, or from a So Kim and a Liz Markham, when it's like, that probably shouldn't be the case. Especially for a So Kim. Like, is So Kim really that much better than a David Sampson? Especially if we're not, like, taking in, like, potential into things. Where it's like, based on what we saw from So Kim on 30, she sucks. Like, she generally is, like, as bad as, like, a Sekou, a David Sampson, and those sort of people. Actually, let me see where So Kim is on these versions. Here she's with Liz Markham, Helen Lee, Stephanie Berger, Ronnie Bardaw, which is an interesting group. But again, I think that leads also into the rabbit hole of, if I go with those people, why are, like, Sarah, Zach, Darnell, John Lovett getting so high? I think it's a spot where, like, there's, like, two different tracks. Stephanie Wartenberger. Yeah. But yeah, like, there's two different tracks I think that go on. I think there's, like, the Simone Semhar track, which leads into, like, Nicole, Katrina, then John Lovett, Darnell, Zach, Sarah, and probably these people too, the Janet, Leslie, Diane. And then there is the David Sampson track, which is like David Sampson, Sekou, Lindsay, So Kim, Liz Markham, maybe Stephanie Berger in there, maybe Bryce, maybe Helen. So Kim can make people cry at her job and got asked back for 3 seasons, or she pulled out. You got to give it to her. Again, she's just as good as Natalie Anderson on Winners at War. She's just as good. But yeah. I'm thinking maybe I do go... the David Sampson group. Or maybe not. I don't know. Like, I'm very much in between on this. Maybe, like, because I am in between, maybe that means I should, like, maybe it should be, like, back and forth, maybe? Okay, let me... I actually just want to play this out. Yeah, it's like, that's the thing. It's like, these players aren't that bad in the grand scheme of things, but they also just aren't good. It's like, there's nothing really good to say about them. But they're also just not that bad. Where it's like, these people, it's like, technically they have more allies and that sort of thing than these people. But also, there's a lot more bad. All right, but yeah, let me play out this, like, the 2 tracks, I feel like, is what I want to do here. So, if we do go, like, Simone, do I think I'll finish tonight? Probably not. I would lean more towards tomorrow. Especially because I essentially just restarted today, but we'll see. But yeah, if we do go Simone and Semhar, I feel like they are followed by Katrina and Nicole. Actually, more. It's probably more of like Semhar at the bottom than Simone, Katrina, Nicole. But then I feel like they're followed by John Lovett and Sarah and Zach. And then probably this grouping as well of like Janet, Leslie, Diane. where like the David Samson track is David Samson, Sekou, Lindsay, maybe So Kim, maybe like those people. Actually, wait, let's do this proper. Who is So Kim actually with in this? So Kim. Where's So Kim? Is she higher? Yeah, again, this is too high for So Kim and them, but yeah, it's like these people. Bryce and Sarah should be back to back. Maybe actually, where's Sarah? Okay, actually, let's fully do this proper. Okay, let's. Alright, yeah, let's fully do this proper, as in like use the tiers from this, but structure it like this. So, again, if we're going, again, that Simone Semhar tier there, and then attach them to the Nicole. Okay, Nicole, Katrina, Janet, Leslie, Diane are actually together in that version. And then it's them followed by the John Lovett, but John Lovett's by himself here. But then John Lovett, Darnell, who I do think is with Zach in them, if I remember right. Where is he? Yeah, it's in this group with Mariah also, which to for Mariah is maybe different. But I'm thinking, is Mariah really that different from Sarah Wilson though? Like, because like I think Mariah, like I give extra credit to on this version of the list because like she technically had an alliance at a point, but it's like you could arguably say that Sarah Wilson did too. But yeah, it's oh wait, fuck, I copied that to the wrong list. It's this list. But yeah, so like that's that track. On the David track, it's David, Sekou, Lindsay. I'm not sure what I'm doing with Jackson and Charity, though. I'll just add them there for now, just because they're in that. And then we go to So Kim, who is here. Liz, Helen, Stephanie, Ronnie. Ronnie is with Chicken on this, so maybe Chicken somewhere in this range as well. Wait, did I get through Chicken? Oh yeah, I didn't do Chicken. Chicken, Nina, Reem. That's also a grouping. That's meant to be there at some point. Yeah, let me see. Where's Chicken on all these lists? Chicken's by himself here. Chicken's with Nina and Reem there. And then he's with Reem there. On this version of the list, Chicken is with Ronnie Bardaw, which is maybe a little bit more random. Where's Reem and other person on this list? Where's Reem? Oh, she's like way higher for some reason. With Nina Acosta there, but also Sonia Christopher and Jim Lynch, which I do feel like is different. I think my gut's telling me to go with this Chicken group actually first. Before going to the David, Sekou, Lindsay. But I don't know. I guess like technically these people had more votes with them, right? So maybe not. Maybe I do just go David. I'm thinking the better approach is to like try to do some sort of mix of this instead of just being like all these people here, all these people. Like I think it's probably better to do like some level of mixture. So again, if that is being the case, then I do think I'd probably still go with David. would Rogue Ruben be dead? Oh, be dead last. Okay, I just read the dead. Be dead last if she was on U.S. forever. Probably, yeah. Um, yeah, I think she's still the worst. Like, I guess, like, the only credit to give to Rogue is the fact that there was at least at a point a thought of, like, should we keep her around over Haley? But the fact that they don't keep her around over Haley, who is, again, one of the best players of all time and, like, such a massive threat coming in that season, is even more egregious to Rogue. All right, so move that up. These players are there. On this list, are they scattered? I think they might be scattered here. Yeah, David's there. And Sekou and Lindsay are there for some reason. We got David, we got Sekou, and we have Lindsay there. Okay. Or be wait. Would you rather be President Rogue Ruben or Willie Hance? Like, who would I rather be president? Okay. I mean, at least Rogue cares about animals. At least that's something. At least Rogue is a hero. And she's not a villain like Willie Hance. Though generally the answer is Rogue Ruben. And I don't think it's actually close. Okay. Then yeah, I think I do just go through with this grouping next. The Chicken, Nina, Reem. But then again, is there even a tier of that anywhere here to really utilize? Not fully, right? Where's Chicken on this? He's with Ronnie Bardaw. Which, like, probably isn't a 1-for-1 there. Where's Reeman? Like, Reem was with, yeah, Sonia, and Jim Lynch on this version. Which is too fair that maybe Jim Lynch shouldn't be with that. But still, Sonia is probably okay in there for that, even though I don't think Sonia should be up just yet. I think I will go... Like, I think Chicken's definitely next. Actually, wait, no. I could just do this. Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah, okay. Like, it's literally right there. Okay. Yeah, I'm just dumb. Let's do that. And then we have Reem, Chicken, and Nina Costa. We have Reem, Chicken, Nina Costa. And then Chicken is gone here. And then so is Reem and Nina Costa. Okay. Which again, that's this is what I'm trying to do with this list, is make sure that we're keeping consistent at least with one of the tier lists. Like, I don't want to have, like, make a random grouping of people that weren't together ever before that I'm just, like, now randomly putting together, because I think that convolutes it. I think it's better to keep, like, at least keep them in a pairing that they had at one point within the process beforehand. Okay. So last night, at this point I did go with, like, Ashley Mazzaro, Jillian, Natalie Cole, Nina. I think I'm not gonna do that here. I think on this version, I think I am willing to go, like, Simone Semhar at this point. Or maybe I go even the So Kim grouping, I think, is an option. What am I doing with Jackson also? I think it's the thing that I need to figure out. But then again, also, I think like Courtney and Jonathan probably should be around here too. Like they were like unknowns, and through that they're like higher on this version. However, I think they probably should be lower. I think the way what I want to do with Jonathan and Courtney is put them above the actively bad first boots, but below pretty much everyone else. Like I feel like that's the breakoff point. Where like on the Big Brother list, like again, I had the Neil Garcia, but here he's like kind of the breakoff point between. Where the fuck is Neil Garcia in this? Where the fuck is Neil Garcia? Either way, he like I intentionally used him as kind of like a breakoff point. There it is. And ignore was it Kenny? Like he was added later, but like Neil at the time was like used as a breakoff point between, and this is not even like I don't even stand by this anymore, but like still, at the time it was meant to be like, okay, everyone below Neil Garcia is like an actively bad player. Like everyone on top is like at least not actively bad. But like yeah, this is like what like the Courtney and Jonathan are what like is essentially the Neil Garcia equivalent on this list. But I think I only want to attribute that to people that went home at their first tribals for the Survivor version. Especially because, like, for all we know, Courtney and Jonathan would have just been first boots at their first tribals. Like, for all we know. So, like, I don't want to have Courtney and Jonathan Libby above, like, Ashley Mazzaro, Jillian, Natalie Cole, like, people that at least survived a tribal. So yeah, it's kind of also a dilemma here of like where do I drop off Courtney and Jonathan? Like I think you could argue right now. Or do I have the like So Kim, Liz, like those sort of people? Where the fuck are they? Because like these players, the like Leslie, Diane, Janet, Katrina, Nicole, like they're not that bad. Like there's nothing actively bad about them, right? Like they're not good. There's not much good, but like they're also not actively bad. So like if I am using Courtney and Jonathan as like the breakoff point between actively bad, then like who else would be included in that? And I guess this is also like a dilemma with like the Nicole Delma like sort of tier, or like you could definitely argue this tier's like actively bad. Like they were in a seeming majority at a point and then end up not being in the majority. By the time they go to their first tribal in their original tribe formation. So that is kind of bad. And I think they probably are too high on this like iteration of the list. Really, all the iterations of the list, because I believe they're fairly high on all of them. I do have them here. Well, I mean, I guess they're kind of mixed in this, but what am I doing with Ronnie again? Like, what is Ronnie genuinely? He had an ally. Tried to make a move. It failed. Backfired on him. But it's not like the play he was trying to do is like dumb, I guess. But yeah, is he that much better than like a David Sampson in the grand scheme of things? Again, there's not really like a thing to point out from Ronnie. It's like, okay, this is like an idiotic thing you did. So I guess because of that, I guess he's better. But like, yeah, like Ronnie probably should be like with like So Kim and Liz in them, right? I think I'm gonna go. Also, what am I doing with Jackson? Is also a thing. I kind of want to go. Okay, so like if I do put Courtney and Jonathan Libby there, actually wait, let me see something with the Big Brother list. Below, I had like Jose in them below Neil, right? Yeah. Because I think that equivalent here would be like Jolanda, Jed, and Marisa, right? So maybe I do include them as like actively bad. Do I include like TK and Matt? It's like both of them, there's at least like an argument in their favor. I'm feeling like Jackson. Okay, I think my gut is something. Okay, let's try to create room for this. All right, I think if I'm. Actually, should I do it on this side? Maybe I should do it on this side. Or maybe not. Maybe I could just do it here. Okay, let's try to like piece this out. I think I'm leaning. Okay, cool. This tier next, or not this tier. Wait, no, the So Kim tier. I'm at. Where's So Kim? Dude, So Kim's way too high on this version. Yeah. I think I'm leaning this. Next. Like the So Kim, Liz, Helen. Is Helen really that bad though? Okay, let's see real quick of. Cool. I put N instead of M. Dude, it's fucking 220 already. That's miserable. That's a similar tier. That's also a similar tier. That's kind of just random bullshit. And then here is with these players. Maybe I just go with it. Like I feel like if we're keeping with like actively bad players, I think it is the So Kim tier. Like I think it's these players. And then I think they're followed by this tier. The Nicole, Delma. And actually, again, you could argue this is worse. Because, like, at least these players had allies that stood beside them by the end. These players didn't, but also these players had a majority at a point. Actually, maybe I do just go with them. Do I go with this worse? I think there's an argument this is worse. Especially for, like, factoring in bad play. Because, yeah, I think it is probably worse to, like, have a majority alliance and then by the end, everyone votes you out. Because of how you played. And like, to be fair, within this, like, there's obviously like graces you can potentially give to like maybe like Tina Shears at the top, or maybe not actually. I feel like Nicole's definitely the worst. Um, Lindsay, I think I will say is the best. Even though her fall was probably the worst, I think she also had like a longer stretch where she actually was in the majority. Um, Tina versus Zayn. Maybe I will keep it as is. Actually, yeah, maybe it is fine. What is this? Oh, I know. I already downloaded this. You're too late. We did this yesterday. I'll make it an email at some point when I find the time. Why does it look like I made no progress? What do you think? Here we go. Load. There we go. Yeah. I do have this on my computer. This is a thing. Oh, you were the one that said that? Okay. Dude, this is so fucked. What the fuck? Fuck me, dude. These tongues weirder than her big toe. It's just the angle. It's clearly just the angle. All right, I think I am gonna go with this. And I'm also thinking, like, at the point that I am going with this, could they just be here? Because, like, again, at least all these people had, like, an ally with them, right? Like, Lindsay, Zayn, Tina, Nicole, it's like, yeah, they had an ally with them at a point, but it crumbled, like, before they went to a tribal. It's like how real, and, like, none of them stuck by him. So it's like, I feel like that's worse. Wait, what am I doing here? I need to... Actually, you know what? Let's just delete that. Wait, what happened to the tiers here? Did I just never put this together? Or I put it one row too low for some reason? Whatever. Yeah, trying to piece together where exactly they should be. I think above Abraham. And then I'm debating Christine, Paloma, Rachel tier. I think I will lean this. Maybe. Or maybe actually, maybe I just go with this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with here for them. Which means I need to move these down to here. They fill out an application for a date with D. Oh, is that really a thing? Like I saw Jason post something to that nature. I didn't realize that was real. Can I make an application for someone else? But no. I generally, I don't think I have a single thing in common with D. Like if I met D, like obviously outside of like Survivor and that sort of thing. Like if I met D in person, I have no clue what the fuck I would try to talk to D about. um, I guess both live in Florida, thank God. Yeah, we're so similar. Okay. Wait, I took them from this list, right? Oh no, I guess I didn't. Okay, so it's these are gone. Where are they on this? Both have gators in our backyards, clearly. Zane, Tina are here. And then they're here. And then Zane is gone. Where's Lindsay from 43? I had her way too high. Actually, where? Okay, yeah, this is just a mess, isn't it? Nina Costa's where? Well, we know, no. Nina already did. It's Nicole, Delma, Lindsay, Tina, and Zane. All right, Tina's there. Brandon knows who both of you are. Does Brandon know me? I'm not even 100% sure on that. I don't even think that's a guarantee. We both watched Survivor 50. That's even debatable. I don't even know if she watched her own season. Who the fuck knows? She doesn't watch reality TV. That'd be crazy. That's for crazy people to do. I think Nicole is the person I didn't do here yet, right? Yeah, there she is. Okay, so that's that. I'm still debating about the So Kim of it all. Like what to do with people like that. Because it's like, yeah, again, should they be that far apart from this like Lindsay, Sekou, David tier? Do I think Dia's seen a Big Brother season in its entirety? I would lean no. Do I think she tried to watch some seasons and like maybe looked up clips and that sort of thing? Yes. And like Brand Donlin gave her the lowdown on things? Yes. Do I think she literally watched the entire season from beginning to end? No, I don't. Does Dee have a real job still, or is she just a real job person? She's an entrepreneur. She never had a real job, right? It's like she was always like a entrepreneur or whatever. Like she never had like a 9 to 5, I should say. So yeah, she's just like she owns like some sort of business. I don't. Is it clothing? I don't remember anymore. All these people mixed together. Because like Sophie B also is like a business owner, but she owns like a phone repair business or something, right? Is what she does. But yeah, I think D is something clothing related. Wait, wasn't it like athletic gear or something? Like exercise clothing? I don't fucking remember. It's something like that. Yeah, okay. So Kim in them. I will. To be honest, at this point, this doesn't matter, right? Like, I'm not even following this anymore. I think I can just delete this. Um, I mean, I think at this point I can just put Courtney and Jonathan Libby on, and then we'll just like move people down. Like, I think we can do the Jonathan. But that's what I was doing yesterday, and that's gonna be fucked again. Whatever. We'll see how this goes. I'm less tired than I was yesterday, so maybe I can actually do it properly this time. We'll see. So yeah, Jonathan Courtney there. Where are Jonathan and Courtney here? Jonathan, and then where the fuck is Courtney Moon? There she is. All right. Maybe I do just go with these players. Actually, generally, Jackson's like a worse version of Courtney Moon, right? And the fact that, like, Jackson, we have more of a concrete idea that he would have been the first boot. Courtney Moon, we don't. So yeah, maybe I am just willing to have this tier there, but it's also a spot where, again, it's not like they're that. Like, I mean, like, you can argue, like, So Kim, Liz are actively bad. Stephanie's not, like, is literally not actively bad, right? Like, she's more, like, passively bad. And also woman doing charity. Where are those people? Yeah, I don't know why I had them this high to begin with. I guess just, again, the general notion that they could be good players, but like, why is So Kim above Sarah Wilson? I guess it's the fact that So Kim had an ally, right? Like, I think this, yeah, I generally don't know why I had these players this high. Outside, and again, I think it comes down to, like, oh, they have potential, but doesn't really mean anything on this version. If it's not founded on anything. And with them, it's not, because they literally were just the first boot, and there's nothing to really go off outside that. Did I cut? I didn't mean to cut if I did cut. I guess I'll make sure I didn't cut. Or maybe I should cut. Yeah, I think this tier's just a continuation of the Lindsay, Sekou, David Sampson tier, right? Like, they all were first boots. They all were in a blatant minority. I guess, like, again, to be fair to, like, Liz, she wasn't necessarily at the start of the game. It didn't really happen until, like, the second round or whatever. But the rest are, though, are kind of that. Let me see what the other So Kim. Well, yeah, we already saw all of them, right? So yeah, I think I probably will just go Again, I just need to stop like caring that much. Like, yeah, it's fucking fine. Again, who fucking cares if So Kim is at like I don't know, fucking 723? Like, who fucking cares? It doesn't fucking matter. Even though there definitely will be people saying that it does fucking matter. But still. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Maybe even here. Jeff would care. I don't even think Jeff would care. Jeff would probably definitely not care. um, Jeff wouldn't even remember like a Liz Markham exists to even care. But yeah, I'll do that, and then move down So Kim. Oh, they're literally all in a row there. That's kind of funny. Oh, fuck me. I hit C instead of V. Okay, so within this, it's like So Kim and Liz are definitely their own tier. Really, Ronnie's just a little different. Which, like, you could argue is for better or worse, but I guess I will put him. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. It's fine. Again, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, so with that, we'll delete. Wait, I took it from this one, right? Yeah. So what is it? It's So, Liz, Helen, Stephanie, Ronnie. So, Liz. Yeah, it's literally those. Okay. And then on this one, So is here. Liz is there. Stephanie is somewhere up here. Ronnie is there. I missed one person. Who is it? Liz. Did I do Helen? I don't remember. Where's Helen on the... Whoa, Helen's like really high on this version. And then here it's Helen there. Ronnie. Liz, Markham. And So Kim. Okay. Jeff being 0 for one challenge is funny. Probably stay that way. Dean and Devins picked each other in Knockout. Why? Okay. I mean, I don't know. It's like okay. If they want to try to mask how close they are, like sure, but also like, will anyone believe that? Or did they just like for some reason not understand how Knockout works? I doubt that, right? Yeah, I don't know. And then this version. So like So is gone, Liz is gone, Stephanie is gone, Helen is gone, and then Ronnie is gone. Okay. So again, I'm thinking Jackson and Charity below Courtney and Jonathan Libby. And then at that point, maybe we just continue on. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it wouldn't shock me if like D like again hasn't seen Knockout and doesn't understand like. But also, it's like such a basic concept, though, is the thing. To like, I think it's insulting to like I definitely like think it's possible that D doesn't know it from like Big Brother history, but I think it's insulting to think of D as someone that like would see a knockout comp and be like, "Hey, I should knock out my my number one ally." That's a smart thing to do right now. Yeah, it's like I'd rather not assume D's a fucking idiot. Oh fuck me, dude. Who's second? I have no clue. Okay. At this point, yeah, I did want to go with Jackson and Charity below Courtney Moon, right? So I think we'll go with that. I think the problem. Okay, maybe it is a spot where more people should be below Courtney Moon and Jonathan. Nah, we'll deal with that in a second. Sounds like Barrett got second. It's an interesting file too that they got to that. So Charity and Jackson are on their own here. Where's Charity? Oh, they're here on this one. And then they're here on this one. Curious what Yash will do with Noms. Yeah, I would suspect he targets Haley with like Fap as the other nominees, with him being fine if Fap goes home in the case that Haley wins a power or wins like veto or blockbuster. Yeah, I think that's probably just the most likely. Like, I think it's likely Haley target with like a chance of like a Drew or maybe Melody like secondary target. Or even Barrett. I don't know. Last I've heard, he's pretty good with Mallory, but I don't know if that's gonna stick. I could see a world where like if comps go the right way, that it lands on he lands on like maybe I should backdoor D. But again, I wouldn't actually expect it though. Okay, what was I gonna do? So okay, I'm actually feeling maybe this is a world where I add more people in this grouping. Like maybe I do continue with like maybe this is where like because I was thinking I was gonna have the Simone Semhar people above Courtney Moon. Maybe that is actually better to have them below Courtney Moon. And like below Jackson and Charity. So like I think that group would be like Semhar, Simone, then what, Nicole and Katrina. I think them. And then I'm not sure what else after that, but Um, but yeah, I am feeling this below. Simone versus Semhar. I think Semhar's actually. I think Simone might be. Like, I think Simone is actually closer to Nicole and Katrina than Semhar is. Uh, so yeah, I think I'll go with this. Um, and then I'll add Semhar to their group there. So we're going Simone, Semhar gone, and then Katrina, Nicole. Where are they on this? Did I already get him from this? I must have already got him from this. And yeah, Simone. Katrina and them are higher, right? Katrina, Nicole, Semhar. Semhar's here. Katrina, Nicole are there. Okay. And then Simone, Semhar. Katrina, Nicole. And then it's these. Okay. Can he even get D out even without Diamond Power Veto? Probably not. No. Yash and Kamu weren't down with the Haley flip apparently. Makes sense. Actually, does it? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much for them. But interesting, because I think that actually probably gives them more incentive to take a shot at the vets, if that's the case. Devins has 3 weeks somehow. This week and then 2 more after this to use the power. If Rick were to use the Diamond Power Veto, does he use it before or after normal veto? After. It's at the end of the veto ceremony. That's when he uses it. Okay. I think I'm running to a little bit of an issue with Jonathan. And the fact that I don't feel like Jonathan should be this high. Like, I feel like Courtney Moon this high makes sense. Jonathan Libby, though, maybe he should be lower. Maybe he should be more of like the break off point, which I can still do and follow my because like Jonathan Libby was a separate tier from Courtney Moon on the other thing anyway. I'm thinking Jonathan, like I feel like Jonathan Libby probably should be closer to like the Drew Christie level. Yeah, Mitzi's power rankings next Saturday. I haven't watched Darker Back yet. I forgot I didn't talk about this. I did start watching Outlast today. I watched like an episode and a half. Yeah, so I'm finally caught up on all of Laser's Black Flag watch through. I'm caught up with Laced Up Lauren's Amazing Race up to this point. But yeah, I finally got caught up with watching a whole bunch of stuff to where I finally started Outlast the Jungle today. It's very good so far. Like I'm like an episode, a little bit over. Like I'm about, I don't know, like maybe a fourth to a half. I don't even know, but like I'm somewhere in episode 2. Yeah, it's very fun so far. It's pretty in line with previous seasons. It does feel a lot more like I do like a lot of the production choices in terms of like the 3 camps, and like each of them has like an extra benefit, and the teams get to pick which camp they go to. I got to the point where they get this dilemma in episode 2 of them potentially creating like a 4th camp, and I think that's an interesting thing as well. I think there's a lot of like really interesting like dilemmas in play. Um, and there's already a lot of like drama and that sort of stuff. So like, could be a very fun season. Hear a lot of good things about it. But you know who wins? I'll be honest. I saw who wins a long time ago, and I just don't remember anymore. Uh, but I don't know. Who am I betting on winning? I have no clue. I remember hearing things about. Oh, what was her name? What's her name? Oh, I can't remember her name anymore. What the fuck is her name? It's the woman that wants to work with Morgan. At the beginning of the season. The one that wants a woman to win the show. I remember hearing negative things about her while the season was airing, but that's pretty much all I remember. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, like from what I remembered while it was airing is that there was a lot of like negativity on the season, right? Like there's a lot of like drama on the season. That was like a big talking point. And there's like some misogyny and that sort of stuff, which was an issue. Um, but yeah, I don't know if that's like what the result of the season was though. Um, do I want Melody to get the coin? Yes. I don't. Will she use it this week? I guess if she's on the block, she'll use it, right? Um, which that could be interesting, I guess. I generally don't understand how the coin works with the Diamond Power veto. Where, like, obviously with the Diamond Power veto, you can't nominate the HOH. So, like, you're not going to be able to nominate the person that flips the coin. Like, if they're using the same week, to clarify. But, like, how would they handle that? Would they just, like, allow you to do the renom? And then if you renom the secret HOH, then they're like, yeah, you can't do that. And, like, they just have to expose the secret HOH at that point. Like, I don't fully get how that works, but whatever. Like Devin's haircut? No. Shocking, right? um, uh, yeah, Jonathan. I think I might go there. And no, actually, maybe not. Maybe I go. Like, what's a good break-off point for him? Maybe like here. Or like this is the point where it's like players are like so much like this is like players that self sabotage, like him being above that. I think probably is fine. Um, but again, Courtney Moon, I think at this point, and then I'm thinking of expanding the people in between this. Um, to where, or maybe Jonathan Libby. Actually, no. Let's go Jonathan Libby. Yeah, because actually, no, that makes sense. Go after Reem before Semhar, because I forgot that was the intended like break off point at a point, and I changed that. But I think keeping Jonathan as that break off point while allowing Courtney Moon to be slightly higher, I think makes sense. Um, will Haley get the power since she was bullied? I clearly. It's clear who production thinks will get it too. They clearly just love Haley. Um, but yeah, so I think I'll do that. Then I'll go. Actually, should I, after Jonathan Libby, go Natalie and Nina as the actively bad second, like players that went to a second tribal? I'm trying to see if there's precedent for that anywhere here. Also, I guess I forgot to delete that. Also, I have to re-delete the people that made that already on the list. But who was it again? It was Natalie and Nina. Nina is here, not in the tier of Natalie. Where's Natalie? I think Natalie's higher because she made it to a swap, right? Yeah, she's all the way up here with Soda. So that's not great. On here, I'm thinking here, technically Natalie's by herself. Here, Natalie's with Nina. Here, Natalie's with Nina. So, like, I think I can still do it. Have Natalie with Nina. Have them... I don't know. Where do I have them? Like, I'm thinking right before Semhar, Simone, and them. Because, like, they're essentially the second boot version of, like, Drew, Christie, and Shannon, right? So I think having them there makes sense. Or you have, like, Ashley and Jillian, who are not good either, but, like, at least they don't do anything, like, actively bad. Like, if anything, I think they're probably closer to... I think they'll probably be above Courtney Moon. Like, right above Courtney Moon. I guess, to be fair, though, with Nina... Or not Nina, with Jillian, is Jillian really that different than, like, the Debbie in this world? And I guess the difference is the fact that she at least, like, was able to survive a vote. But I guess, to be fair, so is Natalie Cole, right? Where these people weren't able to survive a vote. I think maybe it is better just leave it as is then. To leave them for, like, right after Courtney Moon. I think that's what feels more consistent. Even though it kind of bothers me. But I don't know. I do think this is probably a foursome we should get to soon. Actually, wait. I need to do the Janet tier, right? Yeah, the Janet, Leslie, Diane tier. Because I think they're essentially just a better version of the Katrina tier. So we'll do that. There was Jelinski in this version. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Why are they with Jelinski? Jelinski, actually, I feel like is kind of Morgan McDevitt coded, actually. Like, I think that'll probably be where she ends up. Oh, I guess I never deleted Nicole Delma and them from this. Leslie, Diane, Janet. Leslie, Diane, Janet. Wait, did I delete them already? I actually don't remember. Okay, I guess I did. And then here, they're all right there. Oh, I didn't even fucking delete those. So that's fantastic. Did I delete Simone from this? I didn't even delete Simone from this. So that shows how much I'm paying attention. Okay, and then this one, I need to delete Janet. Wait, Nicole Delma's still there for some reason. Diane. Tina's still there. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Okay. So following this tier, I think the question becomes, do I want to have the John Lovett, Darnell, Zach, Sarah above or below Jackson? I think I'm ultimately going to go below on this version. Largely because of the fact that, like, with Jackson, it's like, yeah, he probably is first boot, but we never do see it. Like, we technically, like, it's still technically an unknown. Where with, like, Sarah, Zach, Darnell, and John Lovett, it's not. Like, we know they're first boot. And it's like, yeah, they didn't do as much actively wrong, but it's not like Jackson necessarily does anything actively wrong. So, yeah, I am leaning that direction. So John Lovett's on his own here, which is interesting. Like, I think John Lovett at this point just is fine all around. Then where do I have Darnell? Darnell's here for Mariah. Same thing here. But then again, here they're not. So, like, I could still do it. Yeah. I think I just go through with this. Where's Sarah Wilson? It's this. Plus John Lovett, who is there. Camp Rock 3 just came out, did it? I've never watched Camp Rock 1 or 2 is kind of the issue. Yeah, I'll be far behind. Okay. We have Lovett, and then we have Sarah. We have Zach there. We have Darnell there. And we have Sarah there. And yeah, where are they on this? Thank God Courtney Moon's about to make part 2. That's so exciting. John Lovett's there. Dude, where are they on this? They're up here. Okay. at this point, I mean, at this point, I think when it comes to these, I'm just putting them above, right? Wait. Nina. Yeah, I think it's that. Take out these at the bottom here. Take out... Who's missing? Ashley Mazzaro? Alright, there she is. And Ashley, Nina, Jillian, Nicole. And then what are they here? Ashley's there by herself. Nina is here. Who's the other person? It is Jillian, who I think is somewhere in this range. Where the fuck is Jillian? Jillian's with Sandy, which is actually probably fair. Yeah, how much higher is Sandy in them, actually? Actually, if anything, maybe I do have Nina and Natalie below. At least they're actively worse. Or maybe I go this. Because I feel like Jillian's a decent transition point to people like Sandy. Okay, where is Sandy on this? Sandy's with Jess Chong and Sylvia. Which I think that's probably fine. Here with Sylvia, Annie, Mad Dog. Just do for Annie and Mad Dog are next up anyway. Okay, so like I think it's okay. I think I agree with this path. The problem is I feel like there still should be people lower. Or like I think ultimately these players are probably just moving up. I think there's some people that need to get lower still. Like I think like Jolanda, Jed, Marisa should be lower. I think Matt and TK should be lower. So yeah, I think that's becoming a bit of an issue. Oh wait, I just realized these people are all gone. Where's Liliana in this? Liana, I have with Jelinski, Morgan. Yeah, I guess that's fine. They probably all should be lower. But yeah, I'm thinking TK. Oh, actually, I never deleted Zane. Whatever. I'm thinking this grouping, like TK, Matt, probably should be even below a John Lovett potentially. John Lovett versus TK. I guess TK's like more screwed because he was not with his tribe initially. But I feel like TK also probably has like worse things in the game. Where like I think I could easily have like TK and Matt like with the like actively bad players. Just ones I give like a bit more grace to. So I think I'm leaning in that direction at this point. is like have them around where Jonathan Libby is. And yeah, I think in comparison to like Chicken Nina Reem, I think it's interesting. Maybe I will have them here though. Like I think with TK and Matt, I think they probably are more similar to someone like a Jonathan Libby, to clarify. Um, in the sense that it's like they did get unlucky, but they also didn't play it well anyway. Would you miss? Not too much. In terms of the player ranking, I haven't gotten that much done because I decided to start over with the from where like essentially redo what I did yesterday. It's like we're still like inching up on that. In terms of Big Brother, it's like Yasha's HOH. That's something that's happening. TK Matt. And then Asia is there too. So I think that's the debate too. That like if TK and Matt are there, then like should Asia also be here? I guess the thing about Asia that you can maybe give her, like, it's like kind of a double-sided thing of like you can give her credit for like that she was meant to survive that vote, like she was meant to be safe, but also you can dock her for the fact that like she was meant to be safe, and she essentially got herself voted out. So, Chuck was fucked. Has Chuck been fucked? But yeah, Chuck does suck though. Wish Barrett won Blockbuster. Yeah, I do too. Asia mad at herself without getting swap screwed. Yeah. Which either way, like Asia's worse than that. It's just more so like where should that land on this? Maybe I don't dock her fully for that because like ultimately I think it was the right. Like I think maybe she should be with Mariah from 43. Like she should be in like maybe this grouping. Actually, wait. Let me look up where I have Asia on these anyway. She's with Jem and Bryce, which maybe that's fine too. Okay, that's just a fucked tier, and then this one is also fucked here. But anyway, yeah, maybe Jem and Bryce is fine. But then again, the question is where should Jem and Bryce be? I don't know if they should be that much higher either. Don't know how I feel about Yash being HOH. Me too. Who's the highest ranked player who never survived tribal? I think it has to be Jessica Johnson, right? Is there one better? Like Jessica Johnson's like around the midway point. Yeah, she's at. Oh, she's higher than midway actually. 342. I doubt there's another person that didn't survive a single tribal that's that high. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, once I do finish this, it's like in an ideal world, I would finish this tonight. Probably not happening at this point. I'll probably finish this tomorrow. In the time between then and the next normal stream. So yeah, like after I'm done with this on stream, like this version of the list, I'm just done streaming every day. Like I'm over it. The intention at that point would be again back to normal streams, and we might still on normal streams talk about the player ranking. I do want to like again do some like analysis of the list in terms of like placements per season, and then like things like what's the best cast and that sort of stuff. Like we'll talk about that sort of stuff on stream once I put all that stuff together. And if there are any comments in the time after we finish this, I'll go through with them in that part of stream as well. But yeah, we are definitely nearing the end of daily streams because this has been miserable. Yeah, Yash winning HOH is interesting for sure. Drew trying to call Chuck dumb without calling him dumb is hilarious. Yeah. And the thing is, for once, Julie isn't wrong. um, yeah, what am I doing here? Okay, so TK and Matt are gone. TK and Matt are gone. Yeah, so I think the next grouping is probably the Marisa, Jed, Jolanda group. Or do I actually wait, or do I want to go with the Bryce Asia Gem group? Where would that be though? I think is the issue. Let's see. Boot Order hasn't been that bad. I think the last 2 weeks were perfect. I still think Jason leaving week 3 is a bit of a bummer. He's used such great TV. Rome leaving week 2, that's fine, generally. And then, yeah, I mean, actually, really, I think it's really outside of Jason. I think the boot order's been fine. And to fair, Jason in his own right does feel like like an early boot flameout. To where, like, he does fit his role. Even though I ideally would like to see more of him. Yeah, I would like to see more of Ashley, but also, like, it's not the biggest loss in the world. Wait, did I not move TK in? Oh, I just copied them. Okay, well, that's great. Okay. I think I'll go Banu here. Like, I think Banu's above the Jillian tier. I should have cleaned this up better, but whatever. Where's Banu in this version? I generally don't know. Oh, he's down there. Geo. Speaking of which, Geo probably should be soon too. If not already, actually. Maybe actually he's below Banu. Is there a shot Kenzie actually goes over Banu? No. I would be very surprised if that goes through. Like they're like, yeah, like at the random boot, it's like I think Q would have ideally liked to take the shot, but like he wouldn't be able to do it. And he wouldn't do it without Tiffany. So it's like I think ultimately, yeah, it's just kind of a moot point. I had Banu with Pat Cusick. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong chart. Okay, that's why. Yeah, this is a different chart. Where's Banu in this? Like he's pretty high on this, right? Where is Banu? Where's Banu? Did I pass him or not? Okay, I guess I did. Banu is with JD, Rome, Jatia, Alicia, and Josh Wilder. Which generally isn't the craziest thing in the world. The beef Jatia. Forgot to delete those. Yeah, I'm thinking these players are still lower. Let's see. I think you could argue they're in the actively bad player tier. Like, they're essentially just a better version of this, right? Or of this. Like, they're essentially like a So Kim, Liz Markham player that just had one more ally. So yeah, realistically, they probably should be down in that range. Let's see. I find it interesting that they're with Peter Harkey in them. Where's Peter Harkey? Up here. I guess we'll look at that in a second. Why is Banu tier above Sarah Wilson? Banu survived 2 tribals. That's kind of the sum of it, really. Sarah Wilson, it's like there's nothing really like positive to say about Sarah Wilson. It's just that she's not that bad. But I feel like Banu surviving 2 tribals is still better than that. For this list. And if we were like only focusing on like actively bad play, then I think Banu probably is worse. But I think Banu has, I think him surviving 2 tribals is more positive than there is anything to say about Sarah as well. So I don't think the negatives outweigh the positives for this version of the list. I'll go here, I think. Yeah. Is Chuck worse than Rome as a player? Yes. I did decide on that. Marissa is where? Oh, it's here. I think my issues is Zach being worse than Jackson. I feel like that's fine for me personally. Just in the fact that I feel like with Jackson's like we don't know. Like there's at least the unknown with Jackson. Of like for all we know, maybe he would have survived that vote. It's like Zach we know doesn't. And like at least with Jackson, he had a Mariah that was willing to fight for him. Zach didn't even have anyone willing to fight for him. Like Romeo drops him on a dime. So it's like I think he's better for this list. Again, like if it was a list fully based on like potential and like how much faith would I have in a player, I would have more faith in Zach than Jackson. But that's not really what this list is. Again, I'm trying to keep it more tangible of like things that we actually see. And based on what we see, I feel like Jackson is slightly better than Zach. Let's see. Jolanda, them are gone. They're gone. These players are gone. Okay. I think this tier should be gone by now. Like they're around Banu level. Like this tier's definitely around Banu level. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with some of these other players that didn't survive a tribal. which I think ends with this. Actually, no, we still have fucking Sonya, Brooke, and Dolly there, which is probably too high for them. All right. Liliana's here. Like she's the lowest on this version of the list. I don't think Liliana actually is next though. Hannah Rose is there, which is interesting. I really don't know what to do with Hannah Rose. I'm thinking for the sake of this list, I think I'm gonna assess her as like a second boot. Because like we at least know that she wasn't meant to be a first boot. So I think I'll assess her as like an okay second boot, I guess. I don't know. Like I think maybe put her like just Chong. Like that kind of level. Or maybe more of a Jillian? I don't know. Oh, wait, that was also a thing with Jillian. Why is Mallory telling Rat how do you pronounce that? That she would have put up Yash and D. It's interesting after like she obviously heard, like, are we talking about this just happened? Yeah, this just happened. That's really bad. But whatever, I guess. Let me see something with. So like this is a tier in pretty much every iteration of the list.
Fuck!
Oh, okay. Yep. Thank you for the follow. Dude, it's fucking 3:30 in the morning. How many have I done tonight? I think only like 60, right? 61? That's something. How many more do we have? We have a little less than 200 left. Dang, I did start late tonight, right? Yeah, we're only 2.5 hours in the stream. Melody, Mallory, Taylor, Lala, Bears survive this week. I don't really care if Lala survives this week or not, to be honest. The rest, though, yeah. And yeah, I think ultimately Lala and Taylor are probably good with Yash. Like I think they're safe either way. Again, like obviously we have the Dime Power Veto and that could ruin things, but at least in terms of from Yash's point of view, they should be good. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking this grouping should be here, below Banu. Let me see something actually. Okay, wait. Maybe I have Jillian above Banu. Actually, no, I don't think that makes sense. Jillian's a Banu that didn't, like, Banu survived one more tribal than her. Like, I'll say that they're actually pretty similar. So, no, actually, no, I don't think that does make sense. Maybe it is a spot, though, where Jillian is better than these. But no, even that doesn't really make that much sense. These people still had allies in their second rounds. I guess Betsy didn't, but again, it would pain me to put Betsy that low. Fuck me, dude. For Yash's game, Angela might be a good target. Yeah, I mean, I think his ideal target, his ideal target would be like D, but he can't get D out. Even Angela, I don't know if he can get Angela out, but like really any of the vets would be good for Yash to get out at this point. And then yeah, I think if you're getting out someone from FAP, I think probably Mallory's the ideal target, but last I've seen, he at least is like good with Mallory, so I'm not sure if that's who you even go after. I feel like I would expect him to go after like Drew over Mallory at this point. Um, yeah, like I would not expect him to directly go for Devons. Um, like I could definitely see a spot where by the end of the week he could backdoor D, but again, just it won't work anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Like it's pointless from like obviously like he doesn't know that necessarily, so like I could see him taking the shot, but it's just pointless from an overall perspective. Like more than likely Devon's used Diamond Power Veto on her, and then at that point it's uh probably like Taylor going home or something this week. Um, um, like what am I doing with this grouping? Is also standing out to me at this point. I mean, should I just move this here? Like, I feel fairly confident that these five are together at this point, below or right above Banu, or no, yeah, right below Banu. Okay, how did I fuck that up? It's these, right? Where are they on this version? Or is that where I got them from? I think that's where I got them from. All right. And then we got Brad, Stacy, Joanna, Pat, and one other person. I never deleted TK on this. Actually, there's a lot of people I didn't delete on this. Jed's already on the list, right? Or is he not? Yeah, we already have Jed. Wait, so TK's gone, Maurice's gone, Jed is gone, Jolanda's gone, Matt Quillen's gone, Gabe's not, Ryan's not, Mia's not. Okay, all those people aren't. Who am I missing then? I'm missing somebody. I don't think Taylor goes home from. Or are we talking about if I think Taylor, her chance of going home here is if Devons uses the Dime Power Veto and puts her on the block. I don't think Devons in particular would actively want to target Taylor, though I do think Dee and Angela do, and I think that could convince him to target Taylor. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it's like the Dime Power Veto is the tough thing here. I don't think Yash is targeting Taylor. I would be very surprised if they're able to get Yash to go after Taylor. I think they can get Yash to go after like Mallory or something, but I would be surprised they're able to get him to go for like Taylor or Kamu or those sort of things. Yeah, Devins gets to decide who goes up. But then again, I don't know if he's actually going to use it this week unless it's like him or D on the block to begin with. I'm not even sure if he would use it to save Angela at this point. Like, it feels like he's kind of like lost trust with her, but you never know. What was I doing again? These people are fine at this point. Betsy is there. There's still people that need to move down. Generally, like Nadia needs to move down. Dolly needs to move down. There's a lot of people that still need to move down. Whatever. We'll just continue on from here. Why are these people better? I guess, yeah, they had 2 votes that weren't for them, I guess is the difference. Like, where's Jolanda and them again? Actually, let's see. So Sylvia. Oh, actually, we need to delete these people. Dude, this is such a mess, but it's like, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, it's really fucking late. Again, I ended up starting late because I had a lot of tech issues at the beginning. I would have started like 30 minutes before I actually did. But Windows Update fucked me over and messed up all my settings. But yeah. I generally think there's a chance I finish this tomorrow, though. Like I definitely think that's in the realm of possibility. I mean, we still technically have like, what is that? Like 180 people left to go or something. But yeah, I'll still get some more done today, and then fucking minus. There we go. Yeah, we have 187 people left to go, but yeah, could be worse. Cool, didn't mean to do that. I think these people being together probably feels okay. Where's Pat wait, where's Pat in this list? Did I pass him? There's no way Pat's like super high, right? Like I know I gave him an extra point for being medevaced. Where the fuck is Pat? Also, didn't realize Brad Reese was that high on that list. Oh, he's with Dana and Gary, which I guess makes sense as like people that didn't go to tribal and then get medevaced. So I guess that's probably fair. They just continue going with the like because like I feel pretty confident about where I'm gonna have Sandy, Sylvia, and them. Like the thing is like I still want to move some people lower, but I guess like considering they're like technically next here, and I feel pretty good about where I'm putting them. I guess I just go through with it. Or should I deal with this tier first? Like this tier is probably closer to the Jackson tier, I feel like. Like I would say probably above Jackson, Charity, but below Courtney. Let me see. Like where do I have Gabe Cade versus Courtney Moon on this? Fuck me. Maybe I Gabe Cade. Yeah, I think I had Gabe higher, didn't I? Yeah, I had those people higher. What about this one? On this one, I gave lower on this one. So yeah, I guess it's just like a bit. Yeah, I've kind of been all over the place with that. Um. I think I'll. I think I would lean here. But let me check. So what? Pat was with those other medevacs. Chris Noble's where? With Mari Takahashi? That's kind of random, I guess. Ryan Aiken is with Brooke, which I think that's actually probably fair too, putting him with Brooke. Um, Part of me is like, is Courtney Moon getting too high at this point? Is like the problem with Courtney Moon is that like she's just a complete unknown. Like I generally just can't tell you a single thing about Courtney Moon. So maybe I put Courtney Moon back where like Jonathan is. Maybe I do just keep them together. I think maybe that is fine, actually. I just put Courtney Moon back here. I do think that has interesting ramifications for Jackson. Because I feel like that would make me want to move Jackson lower, but maybe not. I don't know. Because a lot of the reason why Jackson was as high as he was because in comparison to Courtney Moon, or like he just feels like kind of a slightly worse version of Courtney Moon, since that we like have more concrete information on him. But I guess like he technically still is unknown. It's right. I like what I previously said about like Jackson versus Zach. I think is still fair, even in this world. So maybe maybe I just do that, and then yeah, I'm thinking possibly this tier there. Let's see. So I have Gabe, Chris, and Pat on that list together. I have Pat and Patrick Bolton together. I don't know why that was the thing I did at a point. I genuinely couldn't tell you anything those two have in common in terms of their games, but sure. Let's see. So where's Pat on this? Oh yeah, I already did that. Yeah, where's Gabe Cade on this again? Oh, Gabriel. There we go. He's with Matt Williams. Oh my god. What a comparison. Gabe Cade did almost win Philippines. That's true. If only he was on the season, he would have won. If they just didn't find out that he had already played Survivor again. Do you imagine Gabe Cade was actually on Philippines and then used the fact that he's a returning player as like massive boon to his game? Imagine he's like fucking Boston Rob on Philippines. That people are just like fawning over Gabe Cade. They're like, oh my god, it's Gabe Cade from Marquesas. It's the guy that John Carroll that we definitely remember voted out. I can't believe it. That was such a good Survivor player. If he got cast and didn't realize it aired, that would have been insane. Dude, imagine like he's in confessional talking about like as if he's like brought back as a captain, not realizing that he's like a newbie. That'd be funny. Like on Philippines, like he's on Philippines. They're like, oh, it's very weird they put me on a tribe with Russell Swan. Like I don't know why they put two returnees on the same tribe. That's very weird. Like imagine Gabe Cade like got cast with him thinking the producers remembered him, but they just didn't. Like imagine like all the times he would mention his previous like Survivor experience, they just like wrote it off as like, oh, he's just yeah, this is how crazy this guy is. He thinks he played Survivor before. Um, Generally, like if you put Gabe Cade in front of Jeff Probst, there's no fucking way Jeff Probst remember who Gabe Cade is at this point. Uh, like Jeff Probst, like generally it'd be so funny if Gabe Cade actually got like imagine if Gabe Cade like applied now. Um, like imagine if Gabe Cade like sent his audition video to Jeff Probst personally. Like there's no fucking way Jeff Probst would like recognize it. Like he would be like, oh, this guy's great casting. This guy should be on Survivor someday. um, yeah, he's aged like 25 years, clearly. I mean, I haven't seen like a recent picture of him, but I assume he looks very different than before, right? Um, but again, to be fair, even if he looked the same as before, Jeff would also still not recognize him. Um, it is funny that, like, I wonder how, like, is that the farthest you can get before they catch you as, like, a returning player? Is, like, the second round. Uh, like, I wonder if anyone can get, like, past the second round. Like, without being caught. Like, imagine, like, Erica from Survivor Fiji applied. Like, how far can she get? Can she get farther than Gabe Cade? That'd be interesting. Imagine someone that needs to, like, change their name, I feel like. Even it's the second round, it's just another interview. But with a different producer. Or a different, like I think the first interview is with whatever casting person you like whatever person like was assigned to you or whatever by that point. I think the second round is like the second round with Jesse? I believe the third round is with Probst. I think the second round might be like Jesse and casting producers. This is why Survivor needs to just do a season, bring back random ass pre-mergers. They need to bring back random pre-mergers that they don't realize are pre-mergers. Like that needs to be like a season that they just accidentally make somehow. He looks like a fairly normal guy. I shouldn't open that, but that's still fine. But yeah, he looks very not Survivor. Dang, this is 11 years ago even. Wonder how he looks now. Yeah. Fuck am I doing at this point? I already forgot. Who is I gonna move here? Oh yeah, was it this tier? I think it was this tier. Generally, I think you could argue this tier above Ashley. Or at least some of this tier. So like Ryan, I feel like Ryan feels the least similar of these people. Like the rest of these you can argue like shouldn't have been first boots, right? Like Pat is someone that like we don't know how the vote would have played out. It's still unknown. Chris Noble also, we don't know how that first vote would have played out if he went to his first tribal. Or like if his original tribe went to tribal. Dawson, same thing. If Dean didn't get medevaced, we don't know what would happen there. Gabe, I actually feel the best about of them. Like Gabe, I feel pretty confident he was safe on the original Rotu tribe. Ryan isn't that. Like Ryan's technically different. Like I think Ryan probably should be closer to like a Jelinski. Maybe not even that. Maybe Bryce. Ryan Aiken kind of sucks, but then also kind of like Ryan Aiken's like the perfect epitome of a player that like sucks, but his resume doesn't say he sucks. Outside, like obviously he's the first boot, but like outside of that, like him as a first boot, it's like on paper it looks really good. Like he gets taken out of Peraldi vote as the first boot. Like, that's kind of crazy. Until you realize that, oh, he's just kind of bad. Um, I mean, Jillian's getting a boost for surviving a tribal and also not doing anything wrong necessarily. It's like, yeah, she came off as annoying, but like, it's not like she does much actively wrong. Um, to where I think that does give her a boost here over like a Nina and a Natalie Cole for sure. Um, like, can I really say Zach is worse than Jillian? I can. Because you know what Zach failed to do? He failed to survive a fucking tribal. um, Again, it's a spot where, like, if I were to, like, if this was like saying who would I have more faith in on a return, it would be Zach. But based on what we've actually seen on the season, I would go with Jillian over Zach as a, like, again, based on what we've actually seen. Um, eh. Let's see. Well, I mean, okay, maybe I do Doc Gabe though for the. Yeah, I'm debating on the order here. It's a favorite showman's poll. Could Corey be in higher contention to return Big Brother? I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt. I still don't think he would be brought back though, but again, it doesn't hurt. Hope Melody wins the Never Not Pass. That'll be depressing. Oh, thank God. I see that Taylor and Haley now agree to work until jury. Thank God. I will go. What do I have Ryan here? Ryan there. Like, I feel like Ryan should be the worst of these. Like, I think my current order feels like it would be Ryan. Maybe it's Ryan, Dawson, Pat. Yeah, maybe it's just I swap these two tiers. Maybe that's the order I go with. Actually, it's just this, right? Yeah. Oh, I just Chris Noble escaped part 1. Oh no. Yeah, we'll do those. That. Pat is gone. Gabe, Ryan, Sarah, and then who is the last person? Oh, Chris Noble. He's there. Okay. I think all these people are gone already, right? And then on this version, where are those people again? Oh, wait, they're in different spots, aren't they? Ryan Aiken is here. Yeah, Ryan with Brooke, I think is interesting. Maybe, yeah, maybe we should be looking at Brooke. Yeah, let's maybe. How do I do this? But yeah, generally it's a spot where I think attention needs to be put on pretty much all of these people. Yeah, not very suave. Dawson's down here. And then who are the other two again? Gabe. And I assume Chris, right? Oh no, Chris we did. Gabe and Pat? Oh yeah, because Pat's in the unknown. Which is also an interesting group to look at. Where's Gabe genuinely? Oh yeah, with Matt Williams. Forgot about that. I mean, generally, I think there's an argument that Matt Williams is worse than Gabe. Or at least Gabe was in a safe spot in his original try. Matt Williams wasn't necessarily. But anyway, I think at this point, it's like just Chong's the next on this. I think these next 5 make sense as a better Jillian. And I would debate the Geo grouping. I think Hannah Rose probably with them at this rate. I had a file through Steven. There's a shot, even if Christina goes. Maybe Sophie S goes next. Sure. Maybe. There is a chance of that. Maybe I go Hannah, then Jess. Or maybe not. Wait, let me think this through. Like, where are they on this group again? Where are they? Am I losing my mind? Are they higher? Oh, there they are. Yeah, they're all up here. Let's see. So I'm interested in why the order is that way necessarily. Like they all vote in the majority one time. Actually, where's Hannah Rose also? Hannah is with Mike Barassi. Actually, that's kind of fair, to be honest. Actually, you know what? Something I think I should be doing. You know what? Actually, let's not do it this way. I think maybe the way we should be doing this is because we moved some of these people out, maybe we should be looking at like the tiers that these people were in, right? On this version. It's like Ryan Aiken was with this. Was with Brooke, Allie, Dolly, Mary, Jessica, Pete. So yeah, I think maybe we look at that grouping instead and figure out where they're supposed to be. Brooke is where on this? Brooke is way too high. Brooke is with Sonia and Dolly, so I mean that's a thing. Allie is, I'm pretty sure, like Mari Takahashi, right? Yeah, Molly Takahashi, Molly. Then Mary, and then Jessica P. Mary. Is somewhere. Oh, with Nadia? I feel like that's kind of a random combination. Shit. Damn it. Where'd she go? Here. And then, who's the other one? Jessica Pete. Who's with B and Stephanie. But then again, she's higher, right? Because like she's meant to be a second boot. Which, yeah, I think it is probably fair to leave her out then. I'm not sure if I want to go through Sonia at this point either. But yeah, I think Mary, Nadia. Like, I think these 5. Let me look up Sonia. Actually, let me look up Dolly. Dolly's there. Dolly's with Nadia in that version. Let me see where. It's like Sonia in this version is with Dolly. In this version, Sonia is also with them. In this version, Sonia is with Marilyn instead. We technically right past, didn't we? Or did I not? Did I not set? Oh yeah, I was going to, but I didn't. So I think the move here. One is I think Ryan Aiken's lower than these, where I think all those are what ifs. Like I would lean. I guess to be fair, the Brooke was like almost not the first boot. So maybe that's some credit to give the Brooke. That's still like in this range, right? Then I would say Dolly probably is like in this ballpark as well, right? Generally, maybe Nina should be lower, actually. I think outside that, I do feel fine with these three here. Oh, wait, not those three. Those two? Where are they? They're here. But yeah, Brooke and Dolly. Then I guess you could actually put Nadia and Mary. Oh, maybe we could just do that. Maybe just all these people. Is kind of what I'm feeling. Just kind of get them all out of the way at this point. I need room though. What time is it? It's 4:12, so that's kind of an issue. Ideally, I would like to get the first boots out of the way by the end of the night, though it's not looking great. Wait, no, it's not that one. It's... Wait, what? Oh, wait, I'm just adding 2. I'm dumb. I'm just adding Marion. Oh, no, I am adding 5. Never mind, I'm adding these. Okay. We're adding... fuck. Where are they? Dude, where the fuck are they? Okay, there's Mary and Nadia. And then we need Molly, Allie. Alright, it's those 3. Okay. Then I think we're good with this stuff here. Okay, so we need to do the cleanup. How many people do we need to delete? 58. So 7. Let's see. These players aren't gone yet. Hannah isn't gone yet. These players aren't gone yet. These players aren't gone yet. Again, there's still some people that need to be moved down. But... okay. So these 2 are gone. These players are gone. And these players are gone. Then on this version, it should also be 7, even though, yeah, numbers are fucked, but that's fine. On this version, it's none of those people. Oh, I didn't delete these. That's why numbers are fucked. Um, how high are they on this version? Like, they're kind of insanely high on this version, right? Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. Four there. Alright. That's where they are there. And then 12 people can be here. Hannah Rose I still haven't gotten to yet, right? Wait, so how many people did we get through tonight so far? 78. Fuck. I should go to sleep, but also it's like I kind of want to at least get to like 100. Like, that would be cool. Wow. I forgot about Mia. When the fuck am I going through Mia? Oh, whatever. I think she can be higher. Those players are fine. Those players are fine. Dolly is there. But there's still more, right? Yeah, still fucking 9 people more. How high are they? Again, I think in the old versions of the list, I think with early boots in particular, I favored like potential way too much. To where like there was no reason like So Kim should be like in the high 600s or something like that. Like some of these placements are pretty egregious on this. Okay, there's Mary. There's the Hope, or the Ali Mari Molly group. Still 5 more. Like, who are the 5? Or did I just give up? It doesn't really matter that much, right? Who are they, though? Like, how did I miss 5 people here? Whatever, it'll be dealt with later. On this version... Again, not a lot of the people at the bottom. Gem, Bryce, Roan. Have I not done Asia yet? I guess I haven't done Asia yet, have I? And there's Brooke finally on that. Dolly is here. These players. Oh, no, not Hope. Okay, well, that's kind of annoying. Oh, this is the accurate list. This doesn't really matter, does it? Whatever. I'll be honest. I probably will. Like, I want to technically do more, but I think I might have to call it a night soon. Like, I am starting to get really tired. But yeah, tomorrow, I think I'm going to try to start around midnight or so. And then try to just finish it. But yeah, we'll see. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Can I stream tomorrow day? I actually wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't remember if I might have something going on like mid-afternoon. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm there's a shot I do like a surprise daytime stream tomorrow. like just to try to get this done by the end of tomorrow. Let's see, what was it? Nadia's gone, right? And Molly is gone. But with that, Peter Harkey is someone that's still like clinging around. Joanna's still there. I think we're almost done with the first boots at this point. Like players boot their first tribe, I should say. It's really just these, right? I guess that one too. Yeah, what do? Do I call it a night? I feel like I might call it a night here. And I'll consider streaming tomorrow day. Yeah, I think I might. I don't know. I'll have to double check and make sure I have nothing going on tomorrow, but I don't think I do. Definitely not until like 4-ish. What time if they? Probably like, let's say like 12:30 to 1, somewhere in that range. Yeah, I should be able to do it. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I shouldn't have anything going on at least at that time. So, so yeah, I might stream for a few hours tomorrow during the day, and then try to finish. Like, I mean, ideally, if we could finish it during the day, that'd be cool. But like, I would lean closer towards maybe do a few hours during the day, and then like wrap it up at night. Like try to get to a point where I feel confident I can finish it at night, and then finish it at night. Because ideally I would have gotten more done today is the thing. Because at the point that we're at right now, we're still at like 170 something left, right? Yeah, 175. Like I would like to get that number down to like 100. Like coming into tomorrow's night stream. So I only got through 78. So yeah. So yeah, I'll try to stream tomorrow. For a little bit during the day. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I would say. Oh, I just realized. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should do during the day tomorrow. Because I am I think I can, but like I might be interrupted with something. Or am I better off just maybe I just start early tomorrow night? Maybe that's something I do. All right. This is what I'll say. If I'm clear I'll probably try to stream somewhere like around 1 or so. Like 1 in the afternoon. If not, then I'll probably try to stream tomorrow night, like around like maybe I just do the normal time, maybe 11. I don't know. How much time do I need tomorrow is the thing I'm debating. Like it's both a factor of like how much time do I need and how much mental fortitude do I have to actually like do it all in a row is also like the issue. Um but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I stream for a few hours and I don't know. Well, I would say don't bank on a daytime stream, but it's at least possible. And then and if I don't stream tomorrow during the day, I'll stream earlier at night. Likely. Otherwise, I'll probably start like around 12 something at night. Um, see, I lost on like 30 minutes tonight. I probably could have gone to 100. That would put me at like 130-ish left. After 3 hours? No, more than 3 hours, right? At this point, we're at like almost 4, right? We're at 3.5. So yeah, like about 3 hours of actually working on it. We got through 78, so 25 an hour. So it's probably 7 hours. But that's if I keep the same speed, which, again, I feel like I'm getting the flow at this point. So, I don't know. Again, whatever. We'll fucking see. I think if I do stream during the day, it'll probably be a short stream. Like maybe like an hour or two. And it'll be solely just to like be so confident I can finish it at night. But yeah. We'll see. Anyway, I'll definitely be here tomorrow night. Like that'll be for sure. Because I don't think I'm not gonna be live for like 5 or 6 hours during the day doing this. To where yeah, it's like either way. I'll definitely be here tomorrow night. There's a shot I'm here for like an hour or two in the early afternoon. But either way, I'll be here tomorrow night for sure, and we'll probably finish this tomorrow night, if not Saturday. Again, for some fucking reason, I don't finish this Friday. I feel very confident we'll finish this Saturday. Because again, I have a fairly decent idea of what I'm doing at this point. It's more just like taking the time to do it. Actually, something else I consider. What if I just worked on it off stream? Maybe that's something I can do. Maybe like I work on like just continuing what I'm doing here. Like not on the final list, but just like create like a mock list off stream. And then we just like talk about it when I get on stream. I guess at that point, like what's really the difference? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll be back eventually, and we'll finish this. So yeah, it's fucking 4:30 in the morning at this point. Which, yep, love that I stream that late again. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow, and we'll see if I'm able to finish. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow.